Ready? Hello, my name is Savannah Peters. I'm a family nurse practitioner student, and today I will be performing a mental health assessment that involves both subjective and objective data, as well as doing a mini mental state examination. And today, Chris will be my patient. Chris, are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, then perfect. Let's get started. So, just a couple of general questions. Can you tell me your first and last name?
My name is Chris Wiley.
Perfect. And what is your date of birth?
March 16th, 1989.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the mini mental state exam. So we're just going to go through each section. I'll ask you some questions or tell you a couple commands to do, and then we'll go over the results, okay?
Cool.
All right. So starting with orientation, can you tell me what year it is?
It is 2023,
Perfect. And the month?
November.
Good. And what day is it?
It is the 8th.
Perfect. And what season are we in now?
Are we still in fall?
Yeah, I think technically we are. And then what building is this?
This is a house.
Great. And then what country are we in?
United States.
Okay. And the county?
Cuyahoga.
Okay. And what city are we in right now?
Lakewood.
Perfect. Moving on, I'm just going to state these three objects. I just want you to repeat them back to me. Apple, pen, and table.
Apple, pen, and table.
Perfect. And then moving on to attention, I'm going to have you start at 100 and subtract 7. And then once you get to the next number, subtract another 7. And then I'm just going to have you do that 5 times, okay?
I gotta say the whole thing out loud.
No, if you could do it in your head, that's fine. Just tell me what number you get each time.
Okay, so 100, 93, 86.
Okay?
79.
Okay.
72.
Okay.
65.
All right. That's good. That's 5. Great. Awesome job. Okay, moving on to recall. Those 3 objects I had you name just a few minutes ago, can you remember those?
Oh, yeah. Apple, pen, table.
Yep, perfect. Okay, and then can you tell me what this is?
A pen.
Perfect. And can you tell me what this is?
A watch.
Good. And then go ahead and repeat the phrase, no ifs and or buts.
No ifs and or buts.
Perfect. And then I'm just going to give you a 3-stage command. So I want you to take this note card in your right hand, fold it in half, and then place it on the table.
Does it matter which kind of half?
No. Whatever half you desire. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm just going to have you read this out loud and then do the command that's written on the note card.
Close your eyes.
Great. Perfect. You can open them back up now.
Thank you.
And then I want you to write a sentence for me. Any sentence you would like to write. Okay. All right, perfect. And then last but not least, moving on to copying, I'm just going to have you copy these 2 intersecting pentagons for me. Perfect. Okay, take that pen back, get this stuff out of your way. All right, so that completes the mini mental health state examination, okay?
Okay.
So now we're just going to go over your results. So the patient is oriented to person, place, and time. He's also oriented to his immediate surroundings. He's able to name 3 objects and then later on repeat those objects. He was able to subtract 7 from 100 5 times successfully. He was then able to repeat the names of the objects that were mentioned previously. He was able to identify a pen and a watch. He was able to repeat the phrase no ifs and or buts. He was able to perform a 3-stage command. He was able to fold the note card. He was able to put it in his right hand and place it on the table. He was able to read and obey a written command. On this note card, I had that he had to close his eyes, and that's exactly what he did. And then he was able to correctly write a sentence with a verb and a subject present. And lastly, he was able to copy the drawing of the intersecting pentagons. The copy that he made, they are also intersecting, and there are 5 sides on each of the 2 pentagons. So overall, when adding all the score together, he did get a 30 out of 30 on this mini mental state exam, and so far there's no cognitive impairment noted. All right, Chris. So moving on, just a few more questions. How are you feeling today?
I feel okay. I had a couple of anxiety episodes, so I'm okay.
Okay, sounds good. And then any recent visual or auditory hallucinations? Any like hearing things that aren't there, seeing bugs on your skin, anything like that?
No, I hope not, no.
Okay, perfect. Any mood swings or abnormal feelings?
No.
Okay. And then what do you do for a living, Chris?
I am a service advisor at Honda, and I also am a claims adjuster on the side.
Perfect. All right. So patient states that he has been having some episodes of anxiety, otherwise he feels okay. He denies having any auditory and visual hallucinations. He denies any mood swings or abnormal feelings. And he states that he is a service advisor at Honda as well as a claims adjuster. Those are some of the subjective data that I've collected. On to ask some more questions. Can you tell me what is similar between peaches and lemons?
They're both fruit.
Perfect. And then what does early bird get the worm mean to you?
Like the earlier wake up, the more successful you'll be.
Okay. And then I'm going to hand you this comb. Can you just comb your hair for me? Perfect. Oh, and the beard. All right. And then once again, I'm just going to have you repeat no ifs and or buts to me.
No ifs and or buts.
Perfect. And then those objects that I had you repeat to me on the mini mental state exam, can you repeat those to me now?
Apple, pen, table.
Perfect. And then what high school did you attend?
Cleveland Heights.
Okay. And last but not least, what would you do if you were speeding and you ended up getting a ticket?
Pay the ticket.
Yes. All right. So going over some more of the objective data. So Chris is clearly alert and oriented. He looks to be in a good mood. He is friendly and cooperative. He is smiling. He's willing to participate in this assessment. Looking at the patient's general appearance, he is well kept. He looks well rested. He exhibits good hygiene. His appearance is appropriate. He has good posture, and he is able to maintain eye contact with me. He's able to stay engaged during this conversation. He's coherent. He's both logical and consistent in his thoughts. He exhibits a collaborative communication style. He's working with me to build a positive relationship. His voice is clear. He's soft-spoken with a deep tone. His speech is even-paced, and it's easily understood. He's able to articulate his words. I did not notice any aphasia. He's able to comprehend all the questions that I've asked him, and he's able to follow directions. All of his perceptions are clearly conveyed. He's able to process his thoughts in a logical manner, and his thoughts are easy to follow. His attention span is an appropriate length. He's been able to complete the analogies and find the similarities. When I asked him the similarities between peaches and lemons, he was aware that they were both fruit. He has abstract reasoning. He was able to describe what he thought early bird gets the worm means. He has both writing ability and motor skills that are intact. He was able to write a sentence for me, and then motor skill wise, he was able to comb his own hair. He was able to perform those arithmetic calculations correctly. He was able to subtract 7 from 100 5 times. His immediate, recent, and remote memories are all intact. He was able to repeat the phrase no ifs, ands, or buts to me. He was able to recall those objects that were on the mini mental state exam, and then he was able to remember what high school he attended. And then he has good judgment and decision-making skills. When he was given that hypothetical situation, he knows that if he did get pulled over and got a speeding ticket, he would have to pay that ticket. And that concludes the mental health assessment. Chris, thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome.